Hey guys, we are in conversation with Sharath Mepalil, International Recruitment Manager from University of Surrey. If you haven't seen the first part yet, go watch it. I'm dropping the link in the description box below. Let us continue.
You were just saying that this university is also kind of investing a lot of time and effort into internships and career support and everything. So what kind of career support the university offers in terms of, let's say, part-time jobs and full-time jobs?
Sure. So the first main thing to bear in mind is that the university have to ensure that we have very good graduate employability so that we still keep up with our rankings and our reputation. Because a university that is producing graduates who's not able to get jobs means that we are not able to maintain our reputation and rankings. One of the major factors is that Surrey, our location really helps. We are only 35 minutes away from London. Surrey, generally, if you speak to folks in the UK, is a very well-to-do part of the country. Some of the big companies all have their headquarters in the county of Surrey. Unemployment is at the lowest in the county of Surrey in the UK. So, our location, the fact that we have lots of companies around really helps us. The university have a scheme where we have agreements with over 2,000 different industrial bodies where, the companies are able to take students for a 1 year of training. We call it the professional training year, which is also like, a work placement, which is sort of, you finish your master's in your first year and then second year, you go into your internships. There are many courses with the internship options. Like, for example, our two most popular courses with internship programs at master's level is MSc in Data Science and MSc in Business Analytics. So MSc in Business Analytics and Data Science, we have over 500 applications every year. And generally students are able to get very good placements as well. But we do have placements in other courses, like we have got MSc in Digital Marketing, Channel Management placements. We also have Entrepreneurship or MSc Management placements. So different courses have placements, and we work a lot to ensure that the careers service team is there to support you. So we do 3 different careers fairs during the year, where over 200 different companies come in, and it will be like a fair setup, where the companies will have an exhibition stand, and then students will come and speak and find out about opportunities. The career service team will be able to support you on how to write a good CV, how to write a good covering letter, give you mock interviews as well, and get students prepared right from the start. Because it wouldn't make sense for you to finish your degree and then start looking for jobs, because then it's going to be very difficult. So, during the course itself, get prepared for you to start. At undergraduate level also, we have this scheme. After the second year, you can go and work in an industry in your third year and then come back and finish off your degree in the fourth year. And the master's will be the first year you finish your degree in your master's, and second year will be your internship. So that is the sort of employability from a sort of outside work perspective. But of course, part-time jobs are very important for Indian students, and a lot of students do part-time work on campus and off campus. So on campus, we have something called Uni-Temps, which is basically university temporary opportunities. And these university temporary opportunities thus advertise for roles like, for example, in my office, we have something called a student ambassador scheme that students work on. Students work in the library, students work in the coffee shops, in the supermarket, students work in the students' union. And you can expect a pay of around £9 an hour. You're allowed to work only 20 hours a week during your term time. But that itself is a good enough support. Not to fund your fees, of course. You'll have to seek your parents' support or your savings, etc. But it will be enough for your everyday expenses, like your food, your meeting with friends, going out. So it will be good pocket money, these sort of part-time work. But especially at master's level, I think you'll have to be very careful with your balance between part-time work and your studies, because it's going to be quite intense in nature, your master's degree, but at the same time, part-time opportunities, you shouldn't get completely thrown away with the fact that, I'm getting money for part-time work, and focus on part-time work and not focus on your studies, and then your whole purpose is defeated. So a good balance between part-time work and studies are very important.
That's correct. And I think Surrey also benefits immensely from the location, I would say, because I think Surrey more or less is part of Greater London area. So I think a lot of people also travel from central London to Guildford, and it's pretty easy. And I think that there's
absolutely. I think the first and foremost point is that, the fact that, we have got lots of companies around, like, for example, to name a few, McLaren Racing headquarters is just outside our campus. We have got IBM, which is not too far away. We've got, a Nokia Siemens network headquarters, which is close to our campus. We've got several employers, big employers, and of course, we are in the footsteps of London. So, as for those students who get a placement in London, whether you're working in the banking sector or you're working in the law firms, etc., going from Guildford and coming back, it's not a big deal. It's only like half an hour away by train. So Greater London really helps. So I think the unique sort of point where we really very strong and a lot of students prefer us is because of the fact that you don't want to be in central London, so you want to be just close to London, but in a very good university. I think we are the only university in that sense which offers a lot of variety when it comes to placements, courses, particularly also a February intake. A lot of our competitors do not have a February intake, so we do have a February intake with over 50 courses to choose from.
Right, and I think the biggest advantage of Guildford as a place is like the living cost almost kind of goes down as well as compared to central London, because it's very expensive to rent out a single room apartment or even a single room in central London for that matter. And I think that really goes down.
Absolutely correct.
Yeah,
I mean, we are probably a little bit more expensive compared to other parts of the country because we are in one of the most prosperous parts of the country, southeast of England, Surrey County, but definitely cheaper than central London. Even from a visa maintenance perspective, we fall under the outside London category. So outside London meaning, if you live in, let's say, somewhere in the heart of Westminster, or you live somewhere in Waterloo or Victoria or somewhere, you're going to shell out. I mean, you're not even probably going to get a space to sleep. Whereas, in places like Surrey and Guildford, it's a lot more affordable. Although probably in the north of England it's cheaper, but there's a reason why north of England is cheaper, because most of the jobs are always focused on the south near London as well. So slightly more expensive than other parts of the country, but definitely cheaper than London. And of course, I think one of our biggest also points is that we are a campus-based university. So in UK there are two types of universities: city university and campus university. A lot of central London-based universities are city universities. So you'll have buildings dotted around the city, whereas ours is a full campus university. So we're spread out in around 250 acres of land, and we have our main campus accommodations all in one place. And there's around 18,000 students studying with us all in one place. So there's a good community of students in Guildford and Surrey.
Right. Moving on to the next question, Sharat, which is the tuition fee. So what's the average cost of, say, a bachelor's and a master's program at Surrey?
Again, it really depends on courses. There are some expensive programs, like, for example, if you want to study veterinary medicine at undergraduate level, or the MBA at postgraduate level, is slightly more expensive. You're looking at around £25,000 for the MBA per annum, and around £32,000 per annum for the veterinary medicine to become a vet doctor. But on average, most of our courses at postgraduate level will be around £20 to £21,000, and at undergraduate level will be £18,000 to £20,000. So I would say that your sort of budgets for purely from a tuition fees perspective should be around 20 to 22 lakhs Indian rupees. And on top of that, we would say that to cater to your sort of living expenses and everything, you need to have another 8 to 9 lakhs. So 30 lakhs should be your sort of budget for doing your master's or your undergraduate per year, including your tuition fees, living expenses, accommodation, food, travel, everything put together.
Right. And just to conclude this very quick session, Sharat, what kind of tips and tricks you'd like to give to prospective applicants? Like what things they should do, what things they should not do when applying to Surrey?
Sure. So I think some of the main things to bear in mind is that, research the course that you want to study very well. Look at the university's strengths and weaknesses, because of course, you will be applying to maybe 5 or 10 universities. And have a list of strengths and weaknesses for all universities that you applied to. Particularly at Surrey, have a look at the module information and have a look at the academics who are teaching you. What sort of experience do they have? Are they world-renowned? What am I going to get out of it? So I think it's very important that you understand that, what is going to be my intention from this degree? What am I going to get out of it? And of course, to make an excellent application, because to ensure that, you have to meet your academic criteria, your IELTS criteria, make sure that you have a good statement of purpose, which is called an SOP. So basically, you're not going to have an interview or anything for most of the courses. So it's your opportunity to tell the academic tutor why you need to be considered. So, make a good statement of purpose, and make sure that all your documents are in place and apply. I think something that majorly worries me about students in India generally, I think the attitude that you almost apply at the last minute.
Yeah.
I think with you have to understand that in 2018 we had around 200 students coming from India every intake. Right now we're looking at around 500 to 600 students from India every intake. So the numbers have grown massively, particularly from India, because of several factors like the stay back options, internships, etc. And our courses tend to close early as well. So if you wait for the last minute, then you're probably not going to get your place in a very good university. So think and apply early. Seek the support of your country contacts, like for example myself in the University of Surrey, if you have any questions about Surrey directly, or seek the support of your counselor at your education consultancy like GB or LeapScholar. And take all the support that you can and apply well in advance. Will be some of the tips that I can give you.
Right. Thank you so much, Sharat. It was really nice talking to you, and I believe this session is going to be very helpful for people who want to study at a top-notch university in the UK. Thank you so much for doing this, and I hope to see you again for a session like this.
If you're looking for a top UK university that offers a range of placement program options, Surrey is a university to choose. To apply, you can get in touch with our counselors today by clicking the link in the description box below. To simplify your study abroad journey, we organize a number of masterclasses every week with some of the best counselors in India. And the best part, they're free. Why not sign up for one? Check out the link in the description box below.